Hey, everybody. Happy Friday afternoon, 2 o'clock here on Eastern Standard Time. And we are going to have a hotbed conversation about the future of digital marketing and AI influencers. I am going to wait for my friend Brianka to jump on, and then we are going to have a conversation and we are going to take questions. So let me wait to see her pop in. How is everybody? Let me know where you're coming in from. Where in the world are you this afternoon? For me, I am outside of Philadelphia. Where are you? Tell me where you all are coming in from. I'm just going to wait for Brianka to come on. So this is super exciting. Hey, Dana, I know you already grabbed the playbook. Okay, Brianka's here. Brianka just requests to join. And Michigan. Awesome. Okay, let me let her in. So feel free, everybody, please. I know that a lot of you who are here, hey, from North Carolina, from High Point, North Carolina. Oh, wait, let me change this again. Hi, Brianka.
Hello, hello.
Good morning well, it's not good morning out in Arizona. It is
It is.
afternoon already out there, but it feels, wait, let me get myself positioned so I'm not like, my head's not chopped off the screen. Okay, so people are coming in. Everybody, let us know where you're coming in from in the country. I'm here in Philadelphia. Brianka's in Arizona. And for those of you, we'll do a real quick introduction and then we'll just dive into it because this is actually part two. So Brianka and I were live on what Wednesday night? Yeah, Wednesday night. So if you want to kind of go see more of like an in-depth introduction, if you don't know one or the other of us, like head back to, 2 reels ago postings on my page or a reel or two on Brianka's. But we are just going to get into the meat and potatoes. Both of us have been fielding so many questions particularly in our Instagram stories about sort of what is this whole AI, influencers and what is it about, what's involved, what are the different varieties, and how is this something that you could apply to your business. So a little bit about me. My name is Tara. I'm a single mom. I live outside of Philadelphia. I've got 2 kids. I entered the digital marketing space in August of 2023. It's been such an incredible ride. I'm very, very new to this whole concept of AI influencers. Brianka has more experience by far in this field than I do, but we are collaborating on this right now, and I am so excited about it. When I first was exposed to it, it kind of gave me chills. Like I was a little bit like, what the hell is this? This is just not for me. Like it felt kind of very sci-fi, very sort of futuristic. And the more that I delved into this AI influencer playbook, the more I recognized that this is the wave of the future. And I have been talking, and you can fight the wave of the future or you can embrace it. And you can not, the reason that I love this so much is that it's not just a personal decision of, am I going to create an AI influencer for myself? I don't know yet. The jury is out on that. But do I understand and recognize from a business perspective that there are a lot of people who are going to want to do this? This could be like the new faceless kind of thing. And this is not a trend. I'm not a trend hopper. If you know me, you know that that's not how I roll. This is something that I have been talking in my stories, this morning and a little bit last night about. I liken this to my reaction to Tesla in 2010. Okay, when I was literally like, what the heck is this like electric car? This is insane. Like I kind of rejected it. And am I kicking myself now for like not buying that Tesla stock all of those years ago, right? I don't have to. And the other thing that I want everybody to understand, and then we're going to take questions and get into a conversation, is that I understand the desire that a lot of people have to like understand everything before you get involved in it. But here's my best advice. You don't have to understand and know what is under the hood of the Tesla car to understand that Tesla was the wave of the future, right? And to know that Elon Musk was behind it. Like, I didn't need to understand how the car worked to understand like this was where things were, the direction that things were moving. And that is very, very transparently how I feel about this. I don't pretend to understand all of it. I don't pretend to even understand 50% of it. But what I do pretend to know is seeing something and knowing that it's going to take off, and that you can be a part of the takeoff, or you can watch it take off and tell yourself later, I wish I would have just gotten in, figured it out as I went, said yes, and figure out the details later. So that being said, Brianka, let's talk a little bit about, what even is an AI influencer?
Awesome. Yeah. So an AI influencer is you can recreate yourself as your influencer, or you can create a complete made up from characteristics, personality, hair color, ethnicity. You guys have the opportunity here to create an army of these AI influencers, and even the possibilities for monetizing AI influencers, whether it's yourself or somebody that you completely made up, is endless. Okay. And I actually have a ton of things written down today that I wanted to talk about on this live, just to kind of throw the ideas out there for you guys to give you a better understanding of this stuff. So your AI influencer, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Eric Worre. Okay.
I put
He is freaking.
if you are following me, I put that in my stories last night because I'm somebody who came from network marketing. And when I saw that, I was sold before, but when I saw that what he's doing is now promoting this whole AI, and he's basically cloned himself to reduce, I mean, I, I just can't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the crazy thing right now is this future is here. Let's just say that the future is here. When have we ever been able to say, I'm going to go train an AI avatar of myself to know my behaviors, know how I respond, know the tonality that I talk, so that they can go be my assistant, respond to my messages, write my emails, make my webinar videos for me. Maybe they film all my course videos for me. What does that mean for me as a human creator? Now I just freed up and outsourced all that over to somebody that's literally a clone of me, that I've spent time training that person, right? I know it sounds really hard to grasp your head around that concept of like training your own AI influencer, but that's exactly what Eric Worre did. And that's what he was talking about. And that's why I brought him up, because I have been seeing the AI influencers for a while, like maybe the last few months, I want to say like October, November. And I was like, okay, come January, like we're going to make sure that everybody starts finding out about this, because you can utilize these AI influencers in so many different ways for your current digital marketing, digital product business. Say for example, you don't want the whole assistant idea, right? Maybe you want to just learn how to create these influencers, or just learn how to utilize the software. You don't have to make a person. You can make art, you can make stock footage, the social stocks, faceless content that's going viral. You guys, if you learn how to prompt your AI to give you exactly what you're looking for, your AI results are only going to be as good as the prompter, right? So
it's
the
just like
prompter,
ChatGPT. It's the same
exactly.
thing.
Yeah. So in order to get a really good result, you have to trial and error. You have to practice, okay? So this is what we're trying to show you, is if you develop this skill early on, like this stuff is still very, very new. There's going to be growth, and you can have the opportunity to be at the forefront of this and start understanding how to utilize these softwares to benefit you, and you can leverage them to make money in so many different ways. And it all falls down to, do you have those digital marketing skills under your belt, and are you ready to go ahead and tackle this space, right? Yeah. So I think that it's just getting started, and it's really something that you can dive into now and learn along the way. I don't even know everything that there is to know about this stuff. I know a good amount to where I'm like, holy cow, this is amazing. I've been able to do some cool stuff with it already. Let me start showing people how it works.
So Brianka, let's make it really simple for people, particularly for beginner digital marketers, okay? Who are just getting their feet wet in the industry. They're just starting to get their sea
Yes.
legs. and they're asking me like, how would I be able to use this? Like,
Mm-hmm.
why would I use this? Can we like make a list for
Yes.
people as to say this is how you could use it? Everything from
Mm-hmm.
the simplest things that I have done so far, okay,
Headshots.
is that I have got, if you're in my stories a little bit, you're seeing sort of this AI generated avatar that I
Mm-hmm.
created that I can regenerate a lot of different times, wearing all kinds of different clothes, being in all kinds of different locations that I'm not in, and utilizing them as transparent backdrops for my stories, things that like would have taken me a professional branding shoot
Mm-hmm.
to come up with because they look so good.
Yep.
So it's not to say that it's replacing
Mm-hmm.
your actual real life pictures. Okay. I'm not, it's, have you ever heard of the theory of people saying that like if you mix like, um, authentic jewelry, like if you have, you know, an authentic pair of diamond
Mm-hmm.
earrings and you mix that with like more of a kind of costume type something, everything kind of looks the same. Do you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It's about like utilizing your own real stuff but also using, so that is such a simple way
Mm-hmm.
to understand for your graphics, for your social media, for creating you know, the imagery that you're someplace that you're
Mm-hmm.
really not, the fantasy, the reality, whatever. But that was just like a basic thing. So even from like the super
Like beginner.
basic up until, so Brianka, give us a list of like, I'm a newbie. I have a couple digital marketing courses, a couple of products. Why do I need this AI playbook?
So, and I will say for beginners, and this is something that I hear, so this is just from feedback that I personally get all the time, and it's, I don't want to start this because I don't have an aesthetically pleasing house. I don't have good
Yes.
lighting. I don't take good pictures.
Yes.
I don't like this side of my face, so I will not take a picture. But they're letting those limiting beliefs, right, hold them back from achieving the success in life that they're really striving to
Mm-hmm,
achieve.
mm-hmm,
So what we can do now is we can use AI to help with that confidence level, right? To
mm-hmm.
give us that base profile image, to help us with our digital marketing website photos. Like maybe you want to show up in your stories more, but you don't want to show up in your
Right.
stories. You see what I'm saying? So
Yep.
you're going to utilize this AI technology to create whatever it is that you want. Imagine being able to bring whatever is in your head to life through a prompt on a computer. This
Mm-hmm.
is the stuff I'm talking about. Whether it's an AI person, like a clone of you, or you're just saying, hey, make me a picture of the Grinch wearing a Stitch costume. And you know what I mean? Like you're
Yeah.
prompting it to give you whatever
You
it
can,
is
so
that
that
you want. So,
you can also create images that
mm-hmm,
are not about recreating yourself as kind of an avatar, but you can
100%.
recreate a scene or a scenario
Mm-hmm,
that is not necessarily about replicating yourself in
mm-hmm.
what some people might feel is an inauthentic way.
Exactly. And you know what's cool? I actually had a customer reach out. She purchased a playbook. I think it was like last week. She was like, I'm writing a children's book. And with the software, I'm
Yes.
able to tell them what each page is about. And that's her niche. She's a teacher. So her thing is like, wow, I want to be able to sell like some digital products that nobody else is selling. I can create my own fictional
And
children's
it's
books. Like the opportunities are endless.
exactly. Like I was even thinking about for my daughter, who Brianka, I was telling you the story at the wee hours of the morning as
Mm-hmm.
we were on the phone. That my daughter is obsessed with animals, dogs in
Mm-hmm.
particular. She works at a dog rescue. She's 14, and for school projects, if she wanted to create a scenario, she wanted to create like the scene of certain dogs in this
Mm-hmm.
rescue. So she's writing an essay about it. She can create the exact image that she wants for her school project. So
Mm-hmm.
you understand that this is not just about, you know, creating fantasy figures or
Mm-hmm.
creating like faceless type accounts that you use to run a digital marketing business. It's things that you can apply to your everyday life, to your business.
It's
That's
about
not even
developing the
digital.
skills.
Yes, it's the skills and how this can apply to your regular
Mm-hmm.
business, your regular life. It doesn't have to just be creating a new page or creating a fantasy figure.
Right.
It's about utilizing all of the concepts and applying them.
Yes, exactly. And I had this guy reach out, which is crazy. He was like, okay, how can I use this software to apply to like my loving niche of dogs? And he was like, oh, I know what I can do. I can create a product, right, that teaches you how to train. I think it was like a golden doodle or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's very niche specific. And he was like, now I'm going to create golden doodle content all over my page. You can make videos, AI videos, reels, right? You can take a photo and make that photo move so that you can put it into a reel and it, you know what I mean? Like this
Mm-hmm.
stuff, it's where it's heading, you guys. So developing these skills is going to open up so many doors for you to be able to create whatever it is that you are looking to do.
Yeah. So what are some other ways, Brianka, that we could use an AI influencer? So we're talking about sort of creating outside projects. We're talking about, let's talk about this. Let's say somebody wants to get into digital products, digital marketing, and they only want to do like a faceless account.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of doing a faceless account where everybody and their mother is like walking with their cup or walking with their
Mm-hmm.
coffee, the images are all the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every time now we just keep seeing the same imagery over and over and over again. And
Yep.
instead of creating a faceless account, they create an account that is the face of the account is not their face, but it's an AI generated
Mm-hmm.
account. How would that work?
So I've also seen people do where they put their AI, they create an AI influencer, whether it's themselves or somebody else, right? Whatever they
Mm-hmm.
vision and they bring it to life. They put that as their profile picture, and then they're using stock content to be able to market whatever product, service, or offer they're selling in their bio. Now, the crazy thing is, with the stock content all starting to look the same, and these faceless pages are starting to kind of blend in, if
They
you
all look the
you know
same.
what I mean? Like
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
I see the content now and I'm just like, okay, like I might have seen that already and I don't want to
Yeah.
read it, you know? So so now you have to dive in if you are in the faceless niche, and that's not saying you can't be successful, but what are the ways that you can stand out? You always want to be standing out with whatever it is that you're doing. Well, nobody's going to have these images or videos that I create if I can learn how to prompt the AI softwares
Mm-hmm.
as good as I possibly can to get this replicated, but however I vision it. Maybe I want a girl holding a cup, typing on a computer, wearing gold jewelry. She's
Mm-hmm.
got red, curly, beautiful hair, you know, whatever it is. I can bring that to life
Mm-hmm.
by utilizing these softwares and you know, learning these skills. So that's really where we're trying to go with this, is so you guys can pick up all the different possibilities that you can do with these influencers or just with the AI software in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you can even make your influencer like Eric Worre, for example. Let's bring him up again. He has himself standing in a video talking. It is his voice,
Yep.
right?
With all
He's
of his
moving.
mannerisms.
He's moving around just a little bit, you know? And he even has a video that's like, do you guys think that this
Right.
is me or is this
Right.
AI? Right?
Right.
Because you just don't know. And so for me, when I start seeing this stuff, I'm like, I'm always ahead because I always spot the
Yeah.
trends. I've been in this space since 2014, so I'm
Yeah.
aware. And when I saw this, I'm like, this is going to be next level. Let's show people how they can integrate this with their already digital product, digital marketing business. So if I were you, I would start learning these softwares so that you
Mm-hmm.
can start generating your own standout, beautiful content so that you can up the feeling and the experience that you're giving the followers that are landing on your pages to
Mm-hmm.
check out who you are.
Yep.
You know, are you worthy of that follow? It could be as simple as creating a different profile picture where they feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's a different experience than before, where maybe you're wearing like a Snapchat filter and it's blurry and you got a bunny nose on your ears. Like you just don't know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for those of you who follow me, if you go to my profile picture, you'll see that it's different than it's been in the past. And, it is an AI generated picture. And yes, AI gets the information that you give it, right? So I fed AI 15 to 20 pictures of myself,
Mm-hmm.
real pictures of myself, and then the software generates your pictures, and then you get to choose sort of the you know, I want to wear the kind of
Mm-hmm.
clothes that I would normally wear. Or conversely, what was so freaking fun for me was to put myself in styles of clothing that I wouldn't dare wear in real life
Mm-hmm.
and see like, oh my God, like, you know what I mean? Like I could
Yeah.
actually pull that off. I could get away with that. Or, and listen, you can do whatever you want with it. I could make myself, I'm 5'2", like 108 pounds. If I want to make myself 6'1", as with long blonde hair, because this is like what I wish that I was, which it's not, but I'm just giving you a hypothetical,
Mhm.
then I could do that. Do you know what I mean? So, and I think it's really wonderful, not only for us, but as a mother. And I know that AI can be scary, but like I love the fact that I'm going to teach my daughter how to implement this to like help her educational life, or to help her, instead
Mhm.
of going maybe to Pinterest or something like that where she's making mood boards, like she can create this whole like reality
Mhm.
herself. Do you know what I mean? So it's not just about digital marketing. Like, and I
Mhm.
think that that's what's so important. I saw my friend Molly, who's on here, who Molly is a multifaceted woman, but like she's also very interested in, is an interior designer.
Mhm.
And so for something like that, it's incredible too, because you can
Wow.
do, right? You can do stuff with
Yes.
interior design. It's not just about making an avatar.
Oh my
Although,
goodness. I
yes,
love that. You can literally, like, I have a couple friends that are interior designers too, and like, imagine how they could utilize this in their business. And as soon as you said that, my entrepreneur brain dinged. But imagine like being able to create those like mood boards. Like, this is what your couch is going to look like if we get this couch. And like, you
yeah.
can utilize this to create that scene inside of their house for them and be like, do you want me to go ahead and put this on your wish list for you? We'll go ahead and get it popping.
That's what I think is so important. Now let me ask you, because I want to make sure that we're clear on this, that the AI influencer playbook that we are promoting as the vehicle for you to learn the skills. You have to learn the skills. The way that we are suggesting you learn the skills
Mm-hmm.
is the AI playbook that is both in my and Brianca's stand
Mm-hmm.
stores. Brianca, if Molly wants to learn how to do it with interior design. If she doesn't want to create an avatar or something, let's
Mm-hmm.
just say that. Is this playbook going to help her?
Yes, it'll help her because
Okay.
she'll still learn, just like, she'll still be able to get in and learn how to utilize these softwares. And
Yeah.
by learning how to prompt an influencer, she'll have an idea of how to prompt for that too.
Yeah.
And there's also, you guys, 30,000 prompts that are pre-made for you as a bonus inside of this playbook, along with, I want to say, like 10 plus videos. Like, it's almost like a course instead of a playbook. We probably should have put AI
That's what
influencer
I said. I
course.
was a big believer in the branding of. I know some people. I
Hi.
got a DM before that of somebody who was confused, who said, "Is the course an upsell from the
Mm,
playbook?" And I said, "No, no, no. Like, make
no.
sure you understand this, you guys. 148 pages
So,
that
yeah.
comes in a PDF. It comes like a book, but when you open up the book, there are certain pages that have videos, and you
Hmm.
press the videos, and the videos explain to you, they're like modules, right? They
Exactly.
understand. So it could be considered, whatever format you want to
Hmm.
call it. I personally think it is worth 5 times the price. Do you know what I
Me
mean? Like
too.
I
Yeah.
can't believe that that's the price point. I don't know if it's going to go up at some point, but to
Probably,
me,
yeah.
I think that there is an angle of this for everybody. And I think
Hmm.
that when I first looked at this, okay, I'm so
Hmm.
transparent, I'm going to be honest. One of the things, and Brianca knows this, that I was thinking like, oh my God, this is like for like the porn industry. This is, no, seriously, because you see a lot of the girls, like, they've got the big boobs, and it's like, I'm like, this is not like, is it like kind of triple X
It
stuff?
can be.
Because that's not my jam.
Hmm.
But what you're saying is that like the monetization opportunities and the ways that you can use this are so diverse and so varied that if
Hmm.
somebody wants to go create their like sexual fantasy, like they can go do that. If somebody wants to figure out like what a sofa and a vase on a coffee table would look like, this particular color, this particular thing, they
Yep.
could do that.
They could. And we have a question that says, do we have to buy an app to create? And that is an amazing question. So inside of the playbook, there is actually an entire page with a list of like softwares that we've spent a lot of money to learn how to use. So
Yeah.
we put those in there for you guys. And most of those websites do free like credits every single day. So like every 24 hours, you'll get a certain amount of credits, which it's enough. I mean, you can generate a substantial amount of images and play around with it and get familiar. And then when you are comfortable, then buy some credits if you want to, right? Exactly. See, and the thing is that people are seeing both sides of this. They're seeing, you know, the XXX content side, and they're seeing,
Yes.
and there's nothing wrong with that. And because, you know, Patreon, I know for a fact, that's another site kind of like
Yeah.
OF.
Yeah.
They're banning AI profiles up there, but I've seen influencers that have started their Patreons that have influencer cloned of themselves, right? So it
Hmm.
looks like them. They're able to provide a picture of their ID and they're good. Like they're not a big deal. But if you make somebody that's not you, you might have an issue doing submitting ID for verification to get paid from the platform, blah, blah, right? So you do want to look into all of that. And that's a whole nother, you know, angle of this, which we will be teaching in the future. But yeah, there's a platform coming out specifically for AI XXX content. It's going to be a platform where both humans and AI influencers can take advantage of it, and it's super, super cool. So I think it's launching soon, but yeah, we're learning about
I
all
just
this
think
stuff.
I just think that it's so important for everybody to understand
Mm-hmm.
that the context in which some of the playbook is presented
Mm-hmm.
doesn't necessarily have to apply to how you are utilizing it. Do you know what
Famous
I'm saying?
roadmap.
That it
Yeah.
is this is opening up your mind and opening up your doors
Mm-hmm.
to the possibility of understanding what is involved here. And to me, it's just an absolute no
Mm-hmm.
brainer as somebody again who, you know, participated in some things when I saw, you know, a trend, if you will, or you know, knowing that it was going to
Mm-hmm.
escalate, and then also as somebody who kind of sat on the sidelines and just watched certain, you know, watched the train go by because I didn't want to get involved in it. And this is just one thing that I'm like, you know what? Like my initial knee jerk reaction was definitely this is bizarre. This is uncomfortable for me. This feels
Mm-hmm.
weird. This feels kind of scary, to be
Yeah.
honest, right? A little scary, a little impersonal, especially as somebody who has built my entire business on know, like, and trust,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that I want to make sure that people authentically feel connected to me,
Yeah.
whereas this whole AI world kind of takes it into another dimension. But it's important to understand that you can integrate the AI into your authentic business, or you can use AI to create a business that you would never put your face on.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Which I think is, you know, one thing that COVID taught all of us, right, is about the need to make money in multiple ways, the need to be able for some people to sit there, you know, in their robe,
Mm-hmm.
in their sweatpants, and kind of create a business
Mm-hmm.
where they don't have to show up a certain way. They can create it themselves. I just think it's really fascinating.
Yeah. Where everything is heading is crazy. Like, I don't know if anybody's watched the show Black Mirror on Netflix, but there was like an episode where they had AI influencers and there were like AI people. And I thought that that was crazy. But then, and I watched that maybe 2 or 3 years ago now, or maybe longer. I don't know. But now it's here. Like, now that's what's happening. It's kind of crazy. So you just
And
want to kind of adapt with it. And especially if you have digital marketing skills, and if you don't, like that is the foundation of where you want to start. You know what I mean?
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm looking through some of the comments right now to see that people are talking about, yeah, like I can't wait to teach my kids this. I mean, it
Yeah.
is something, honest to goodness, I feel that way. Like I am absolutely going to be teaching my daughter how to create these collages, how to create like, you know, improved school projects, because the reality is that this is going to be her life so much more than it's going to be mine.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's very important to understand that this is not just a digital marketing business thing. But if you are planning on using it in your digital marketing business, which I definitely am, it just makes all the sense in the world, because this is not going to go away. And when you know, when you see somebody like Eric Worre invest probably millions of dollars into training this, you
Mm-hmm.
know, this avatar, whatever you call it, you know that this is just the beginning,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And that honestly helped boost my confidence in general. Like I was already super confident about this, obviously, but when I saw him posting it, I'm like, okay, this is really like getting through the industry now. Like people really want to start learning these skills so that they can leverage them in some way, shape, or form. And even if you personally don't plan on taking advantage of utilizing them in your business, I'm sure you know people that would be like dying to learn this stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And it's still so, I mean, AI is not new,
Right.
correct? But I mean, Brianka, are there what kinds of other educational platforms are out there teaching people how to create these AI influencers?
So far, I don't really see too many people that are teaching this yet. So that's why I'm like, this is super new. And I think that I know personally, I'm going through a lot of trial and error myself. I go through my credits on every platform
Hmm.
almost every day, just like playing around with stuff. And every day I've been getting better. And in the beginning, I was my first person that I created literally looked like they came out of the Jungle Book and had they were just like their hair was everywhere, they were sitting like this, you know what I mean, like it was really weird. So I've grown so much in just a few weeks with being able to play around with this. So there's just so much possibility to put these skills to the test here, so it's exciting.
So what other questions for those of you who are on what other questions can we answer?
It's so weird because on my end I don't see the comments here. I have to open up this
Oh,
phone
you don't
and
see
look.
the comments?
Sometimes I
I'm
see.
looking, I'm gonna look back through, and see if I missed any questions.
That's why when you see me looking down, I noticed that on our last live, I was trying to read the comments. I was saying that too when Black Mirror came out. Exactly. Black Mirror came out and I was mind blown. But now, we're living in those times right now. So to be able to leverage these skills is
So
insane. The
Priyanka,
training,
I see a question that I'll pass over to you. Can you walk us through from purchasing the training to creating the end result step by step? It's really hard to imagine. I mean, I'm going to answer that, and Priyanka, I'll pass it to you because I'm sure you can give a more extensive answer. But that's exactly what the book shows
yeah.
you. Like the book is the step by step
Mhm.
training to how to inception to creation. Like that's exactly what the book's. That's exactly what the mission is of the book.
Yeah. And honestly, you guys, like, I'm a firm believer that since I've been in this space, you need to continuously invest into your education to learn things because the return on that investment is going to be huge once you
Right.
understand it, right? So for me, I invested money into learning about all of these high tech softwares, which you don't need like to have high tech experience to do this. You can start by just utilizing what we've put in the playbook already to get you guys started and create
I,
some amazing things that
like
you
I've been playing around and I have made no additional
exactly.
investment other than
Mm-hmm.
one little app that I think I spent $15 on
Oh,
or something
same.
like
I
that.
did that too.
Do you know
I
what I
did that
mean?
too.
Like that's
But
it.
you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't even have to do that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't have to. There's not any other cost until you're like, okay, so every platform and software that we have in the playbook broken down for you, you can utilize those softwares with credits. So they give
Hmm.
you like 165 credits a day for free or like 200 credits for free or whatever. Every 24 hours it refreshes. So you can go on there and practice and play around with it, build that confidence, and then once you're ready you could be like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and pay for credits on this platform, this has been my favorite so far, and then you can go from there.
Do
The
you see
beginning,
Dana grabbed the book this morning. Do you see her question,
I do,
Brianka?
yeah, it popped
Okay.
up. So so far I was going through it this morning. I haven't gotten super far into the book, but the beginning mentions all different tools. Does the rest of the book explain more on how to use them? Absolutely.
Hmm.
There's going to be videos as you continue to go through it that kind of walk you through the tools and how to utilize them. I just used one of the apps with the free credits for my bio. Super cool. Yeah, and I love your profile picture. So, so, so cute. Those star. Okay, let's see.
Okay, the ginger marketer.
I
Where do you actually create the AI influencer? The training does not have master resale rights. That's actually, and this is, Brianka and I were just talking about this before. This is actually one of the most beautiful things about it is that the point is to consume and learn the education to apply it to your business as
Mhm.
opposed to buy a course to sell a course, buy a book to sell a book. This is actually the value of this is inside the content. It's the
Mhm.
education. The value is in the education. It's not master resale rights. It's not private label rights.
No,
Do
and
you
that's
actually
great.
go?
Oh, I was gonna say like I came from a time where I've created my digital products without master resale rights for years, and
Mhm.
then when the master resale rights digital marketing roadmap course came out, that's when I was like, this is such a crazy concept, because this master resale rights and PLR have been around for years, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there has never been a course like the roadmap where you have it updates for you. So you're never going to have to go in there and train or film your own training videos and update your own product, right?
Yep.
And then you also have the community with like-minded people you can network with and live weekly trainings. I mean, like, there hasn't been an MRR course like that before. That's why I was like, oh, this is amazing. But fast forward, everybody thinks that, you know, the products are going to have master resale rights, and people just enjoy having a signature offer sometimes, and maybe offering
Exactly.
affiliates for that. Yeah.
And there is an affiliate program for this.
Once
So
you purchase.
let's be clear that there's an affiliate program when you
Mm-hmm.
purchase. So it's a 50% affiliate opportunity. So if you're looking to see how could I not only build my skills to make my business and or some other part of my life,
Mm-hmm.
um, you know, sort of more up to date, more futuristic, whatever you want to say, there is a 50% affiliate opportunity. And I think that the fact that the contents are unalterable, the fact that it is not master resale rights makes it much more valuable, because people are not going to be, if you're going to buy the book to sell the book, but not really apply the skills
Mm-hmm.
to actually improve your business. I'm just not a fan of that. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not saying, oh, don't become an affiliate
Right.
so that you can earn income. But I, for one, I was not going to become an affiliate for something that I have not gone through
Mm-hmm.
and at least have a cursory understanding of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not professing to really, you know, truly be drilled down deep into it, but there is a money making opportunity there, but
Mm-hmm.
it is not in like MRR. So Brianka, the ginger marketer is asking us, how do you actually create the AI influencer? Do you want to answer that, or do you want to just say that the answer is in the book? And then she also wants to know, is it like on a platform, other costs? Everybody wants to know about the additional costs.
Oh, okay. Actually, I think that was the comment that I was responding to about how there's credits that you
Oh
get
yeah.
for 24 hours. Every 24 hours they refresh. But as far as the platform, like how to create the AI influencer, I can answer that, you know, briefly. I'm not going to mention like all of the softwares
Yeah.
that are, you know, you're able to use, because I had to pay big money to learn those things myself.
Yeah.
But it is inside of the playbook. Step by step, it's laid out, and there's videos. But you would basically open one of the softwares, you create a free account, and then you start to generate prompts. Like it'll show you like a sample, right? Hey, this is what a prompt looks like. And then you can be like, okay, I'm going to ask it this. I want to see if it can generate me this result. Woman sitting at a table, dark hair down her back, black shirt, leggings. Maybe she has gold jewelry on. She's writing in her notebook. There's a window to the right side of her. You know what I mean? Like, literally get in
Yeah.
there and create whatever it is that you think of. You are bringing your imagination, your thoughts, your creativity to life through using these softwares. So that's the best answer that I can give you for that right now. I hope that helped.
And Brianka, real quickly, so if oh, I just had a complete brain
That's
fart. I
okay.
just completely, no, good. I looked at another comment, and then I completely forgot what I was, oh, I know what I was going to say. I was going to say, is this fair to liken it to how you can use Chat GPT 3.5 for free, but you can
Mm-hmm.
use Chat 4.0 as a paid application for a more enhanced
Yes.
program. So you can use the software for free, or
Mm-hmm.
you can upgrade it to enhance it if you desire it to do more. But I can tell you this, I use Chat GPT every single day to run some part of my business, not for copy pasting, but for idea generation, list creation. I have never purchased 4.0, and I have been absolutely fine with free Chat
Mm-hmm.
GPT. So I'm feeling like the software that we're talking about is probably similar. If you really want the advanced version, you can pay for a fancier subscription, but you can use the free base. Or if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
you know, tell me that I'm wrong.
So you can enhance it by paying extra for like different credits and stuff. You can enhance the quality, but for the most part, they give you like freaking amazing quality with free credits every single
Hmm.
24 hours. But but yeah, you can definitely pay to enhance it in different ways. Another thing that we got a question about was, can you tell me what app? So the Erica, we will message you
Yeah,
after this video and we'll
yeah,
give you a breakdown of that. No worries at all. I know you just got the book, so it probably you opened it and you're like, whoa, okay, I'm gonna
yeah.
look at this later, right? So um
Yeah,
the
Erica, I'll
gin.
message you. I'll message you after, and I'll share with you what I used for the
Mhm.
past couple of days to generate the pictures that you're seeing on my feed, or not on my feed, but in my stories or my
Yep.
profile.
Dana said, do you use every single one of the tools they mention, or do you pick and choose the tools that you like? I've tested them all because I personally am looking for something specific for my idea. And I find which one of those works best for my idea. They're all going to work a little bit different. So, like, if you're going for more, I want to create stock footage, you might want to try, this platform. And if you're using them to create realistic AI clone of yourself, and it's going to state that in the book as well. So you'll know which one to use. And if you get confused, feel free to reach out because I'm always here to help and answer questions. Also, can we create a video as well? You can create videos, you can create reels, you can bring your photos to life so they have a little bit of a movement, and you can like post that as a reel, or you can throw it in your clips of, stock
It's
footage.
like for people who are familiar with like Content Cove or
Mm-hmm.
any of those other sort of faceless archives
Right.
that people are using for faceless accounts.
Exactly.
It's the same kind of concept, but you're personalizing with your avatar and or influencer or other inanimate thing, right? Bianca, like we were talking about, like if I
Exactly.
want to recreate my dog, if I want to recreate like the horse
Mm-hmm.
that my daughter rides, and I want to like put my daughter on the horse because I
Mm-hmm.
want to show an image, but she's not actually on the horse. These are all kinds of things that you
Yep.
can do.
And you can actually like import. So like say you want a realistic picture of yourself, you can put a bunch of different pictures or angles
Mhm.
of your face into the software, and then you can generate yourself in different places by just using samples from the pictures. And then get this, you can also sample your voice, recreate, your voice so that it can talk to people as you, right? You can create content as you, or you can maybe have it do all your course videos, and now all you're responsible for is typing the copy into a AI software that the software is just going to actually elaborate all that for you. So there's the opportunities, like I said, with this are endless. And as we move forward, you can sample other people's voices and put those onto a made up AI influencer. So,
Mhm.
you just got to get creative and play around with it.
Remember when people used to say, and I'm guilty of saying this myself so many different times, I'm like, oh my God, if I could just clone
Yep.
myself. Like as a single mom,
Mm-hmm.
with two kids 5 years apart, I oftentimes felt like pulled in two different directions, right? We on
Mm-hmm.
vacation, my son wanted to go to the beach, but my daughter wanted to stay at the pool, and I could never be in two places at once.
Yep.
So I always used to say if I could just clone myself. But this is like the perfect example of if you could clone yourself in business,
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the capacities that this fulfills. It's not all,
Exactly.
you
And
know.
now it makes it so worth like learning these skills. You guys, it all comes down to the skills. This stuff all stems from having digital marketing skills. Every digital marketing is an umbrella. Everything under that umbrella is super important in order for you to be successful online. Okay. And we're not sugarcoating it, right?
No.
Because in order to utilize the AI softwares and be able to monetize it, you want to have those skills under your belt, because then all these ideas just start coming out of the woodwork. So what AI program is this? So all of the programs that are used for creating all this stuff is going to be inside of the AI influencer playbook. Did you see any more
No, any
comments?
other questions, guys? I think is there anything that we didn't cover, Brianka? I'm trying to think of, there were some questions that people put inside my stories because I put a little box up there, but
Okay.
I think we covered everything.
Yeah, check and make sure in your stories real quick.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest questions was, just to talk about the possibilities of like,
Mm-hmm.
how could I use this? I think that was the most repetitive question, was like, how could this, I'm a beginner. How could I use this? How could this apply for me? How difficult is it from a technology standpoint was another question. Do you know what I mean? Is it
Yep.
like if I'm not very techy, can I create an AI influencer?
Yes, you can. And you can level up your entire social media presence just by being able to sometimes enhance the quality of the experience, like we said in the beginning, that your, you know, followers that are landing on your people that are landing on your
Mm-hmm.
page, just by having these tiny little things changed, could be the world of difference for your
Do you
business.
see this last question, Brianka,
I
asking basically about a community? It says, is there a place we can ask questions with the playbook if we get confused while creating?
Oh, that's an amazing question. So right now, so yesterday I spent my day doing the affiliate side of things. So we're taking care of that. And then today, yes, we are actually creating a free community for this so that you'll be able to, you know, come in there, ask questions, stuff like that. So I'll just pay attention to our announcements and we will definitely make sure that we let you guys know as soon as we have that. For now, inside of the playbook, there's an email. You can always feel free to reach out to me on Instagram, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions and help you through whatever it is that you're having problems with.
I
Okay?
think a community would be
Yeah,
great though, to make people
it's
and I
already
think
in the
it would
works.
really help people who are beginners and feel like that
Mm-hmm.
they might potentially be overwhelmed. But I will say this, I am not a young girl. I hope that I look younger than I am. And I went through the playbook and extensively, and I can say that I understand 80% of it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? There's like 20% that I'm kind of like, okay, like I'm not entirely getting that, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not positive that those things that I would be applying those things for my
Mm-hmm.
business or my life anyway. I think it's like anything, you know, you can really kind of go into the molasses, or you can kind of just basically know what the objective is of what you would like to use it for.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just the beginning, right? This
It
is the
is.
beginning.
It's just the beginning, and our community, we actually are going to put it on school, so it's going to be super cool. It's going to be a very like involved community, and it's going to be a really fun place to kind of learn and grow. So you guys are going to have all the support that you need for this, but we're going to all venture through this together. Like, this is so fun, you guys. We are like transforming in right now to like the future of digital marketing and the digital space in general. So we got to start leveraging this stuff because we have an opportunity right now that no previous generation has had
Yeah.
before. And we can learn these skills now and pass them down to our kids, like Tarah was mentioning
I was going to
earlier.
say,
It's
you don't want to wait. You don't want to say to yourself, you know, 6 months from now, God, I saw about this and I heard about it, but I didn't do it. And now all of a sudden it's kind of like, this is what everybody's
uh-huh.
doing. And now I don't have the skills. You know,
Right.
that's why I'm completely immersing sort of my
Mm-hmm.
old soul into this, is because I want to be able to, I'm a digital marketer.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm in this world, like I need to learn these skills. And I think that that is something that when we talk about kind of particularly the master resale rights community and some of what has happened inside of here of
Mm-hmm.
buy a course to sell a course, you know, a lot of people are losing, right, but losing the real value is the education inside this material. And it's only, as you would say, Brianka, right, it's the skills that pay the
The
bills.
bills.
Reselling a course over and over and over again, unless that's just, you know, you're really really good at kind of churning it, is not necessarily all there is. Okay, it's the
Yeah.
application of the skills. So this is something that will level up your business. If you're not investing in your business, then what are you even doing, right? Do you know what I
Right.
mean? Like you have to invest. And here's the truth, you could take a look at all of this and say, you know what, like it's not for me. Like I don't want to do any of this, but at least be aware about what's going on. But if you kind of close your eyes to it, you're probably later on going to get a little bit lost because it's definitely going in that direction. And
Mm-hmm.
for any of you who are a little bit confused about the possibilities in terms of kind of training this AI influencer, you have to go look in my stories with the repurposed Eric Worre reel. And for
Mm-hmm.
any of you who are in, you know, MLM network marketing space, you know he is like the godfather. And if he is doing that, it's just gonna really blow up. All right, any other questions? What digital marketing program is this and how much is it? It's a playbook that's called the AI Influencer Playbook. It's in both my and Brianka's stand stores. It's
Mm-hmm.
pretty new. How much is it? It's $200 is
Mm-hmm.
the playbook, and it is, I think, should be $1,000 because it is
Yeah.
essentially a course inside a playbook, and it is so extensive.
Mhm.
So at $200, it is a steal.
And once you purchase, you get the opportunity for 50% affiliate. So
Right. You
that's
have a 50% affiliate opportunity, meaning that if you sell two of the books, you've made your money back, and the
mm-hmm.
rest is profit. So it's a no business, it's a no-brainer business
Yep.
decision. But I am not as much as I am completely excited about the business opportunity because I'm a business owner. I'm actually more excited about what I can do with the information and the knowledge that I am learning to apply to my business to make even more money
Mm-hmm.
in my authentic, non AI business.
Yeah, and talk about like for one, what do we do when we learn digital marketing skills, Tara? Like we monetize that, right? We find our strengths through that. And then we're like, wow. So like as you're learning the AI stuff, you're going to find that you're really, really good at creating this thing. And
Yeah.
then you can monetize that by teaching other people how to do that. You see what I'm saying? So you got to
Yes.
start thinking down the road. You're
You
not
have
just learning these skills
to.
to try to figure out how to apply them to your business. Your audience could greatly benefit from this and
Yeah.
from you learning it, you being that person that's not afraid to dive in first and learn something new and be a leader so that other people can be like, oh, okay, like that's really cool. Thank you so much for being the plug on that, right?
And I just love that. And yeah, if you guys have ever heard of Colleen Nichols, she put out a reel this morning that I thought was genius. And she basically said, when everybody is zigging, that you should kind of zag. And so
Mm-hmm.
while you're watching everybody promote all of these faceless accounts that are filled with the exact same stock images, the exact same woman walking with the cup of coffee, the exact same fashion model walking down the middle of, Park Avenue or something like that, the opportunity to actually create your own faceless
Mm-hmm.
influencer content that nobody else can duplicate,
Right.
to me is like a no-brainer for people who are kind of set on the faceless arena. This is the way to create content that's faceless, that doesn't look like everybody else's, and it's not coming from a monthly subscription.
Mm-mm. And I also saw a guy who's into graphic
Hmm.
design and now, and he's used to the old fashioned like drawing everything on his, with his what's the called
Yeah,
Apple Pen,
yeah,
drawing
the
everything on his
pencil. Yeah,
iPad with his Apple Pen and blah
yeah.
blah blah, and utilizing Illustrator and all this stuff. And now he can just become a master at prompting an AI software to create his
Mm-hmm.
visions rather than him doing it. And now he started a whole Instagram page of him just posting the things he's creating, and people in his specific line of interest, his
Mm-hmm.
niche, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those
Mm-hmm.
people are gravitating to him. And now he's like, okay, buy a piece of it as wall art. So
I know,
that's
that's
another avenue.
so
And there's
cool.
so many angles that you can really take and monetize this. So through learning the skills, you find out what you're good at, and then that's the path you end up going down.
This paparazzi moment. Oh my God, yes, that's what I didn't love about current faceless rinse repeat images. No, thank you. Exactly. So this is like you can create a faceless account
Yes.
with your own influencer avatar that nobody else can duplicate because it's your avatar, and you
Mm-hmm.
can create all the faceless content that you want, but have it pop. When I open up my Instagram every single day and I see faceless content, I don't even know whose it is. I don't even really care because it looks
Yeah.
all the same.
Yeah.
I can tell it's a stock imagery thing. It doesn't appeal to
Exactly.
me. I mean, I'm not the ideal customer for that, but using something like this, creating your own portfolio of your own influencers that then you create a faceless account with, or a hybrid account, you can integrate it into, you can do anything you want with it, but it is just so really, really cool. Really
Yeah.
cool.
And honestly, you guys, and this is just my personal experience, I have a faceless page that I use that stock content on. And then I have my personal page that I'm on right now. And I've always, first of all, had more of like a hybrid
Yeah.
page because I don't always like showing up on my social media because I look like this every single day, like t-shirt, sweatshirt, whatever. Like I'm a homebody. My
Yeah.
kids are homeschooled, whatever. So I love being able to like capture b-roll, and I've always used that for content, which b-roll is
Mm-hmm.
just like your surroundings, your panning, blah blah blah. Anyways, long story short, you're able to put this faceless content now from these stock image video memberships, right? And my engagement tanked it went down 90% when I started using that content. And I was over here like scratching my head that everybody else is doing it. And I really think the content is great and it's beautiful content, don't get me wrong. But people really want to see my face on my page. So I had to keep things separate. You know what I mean? But being able to stand out and create standout content is how you are going to thrive, whether you're faceless or with your face.
I did one reel that you could look back about maybe 14 or 15 reels ago. Same sort of thing. It was like a Sunday afternoon. I was home. I was in my sweats, you know what I mean? Like just not feeling like I wanted to show up on social media, but wanted to show up on social media. And I used one of those content cove kind of things. And I thought, oh, it's aesthetic. It's beautiful. I wrote like what I thought to be a really good caption. I had freaking no engagement because the same thing as you, Brianka, is that the people who are following me, they want to see me. They don't want to see a laptop or a, you know, another glass of water being, you know, walked over, you know, an aesthetic sofa. I mean, I'm just kind of so over it, you know?
Yeah. No, I had the same experience. So, you know, create the experience for your audience and just stay consistent with it because that's what they like to see. So, unlimited possibilities with AI, guys. You guys need to make sure you're leveraging these skills and learning as much as you can right now as we continue to adapt into more futuristic things that will be coming. Trust me. Is there any more questions that we have from anybody? I can't see.
I think we're good. There's nothing else here, and you know we've been on for an hour. So
Oh,
for those of you who popped on late, you can catch the replay. Veronica and I will both post it to our feeds, so you can go back and watch from the beginning to catch up on everything. And I'm sure we'll continue to do this because there seems to be a lot of interest and a lot of questions. So
yeah.
you are more than welcome to reach out to either Brianka or myself. The AI Influencer Playbook is in both of our stand stores. You can go check out the information page and read more about it. And thank you guys so much for joining us this afternoon and wherever you are in the world. But have a great rest of your Friday.
Yes. Happy Friday, you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we will definitely be back. Bye.
Bye, hon.